Coach, you got a couple of print guys here. I'll let them introduce themselves, and then Mary Margaret here from Channel 4 locally. So
sounds good.
If you want to just start us off with, you don't mind, maybe take us through the lead up and what goes into bringing a team like UCLA, the number 2 team in the country, here to play a team like Daemen.
Well, I think we're always trying to give our student athletes some unique experiences. We've never had an opportunity to come to Buffalo and play before, at least since I've been at UCLA the last 7 years. So it was an opportunity for us to come see a part of the country we hadn't seen before. We obviously were able to combine this with a trip to Toronto. We have a couple kids on our team from Toronto. There was a tournament up there, so we were able to take those guys home and play in front of their family and friends. And easy drive home for us here. So this was great. We were obviously involved with trying to help Daemen start men's volleyball a couple years back, and so I was interested to come out here and support that, and so bring UCLA into this gym and help build the awareness of the sport within the city as best we can. I'm excited that Pepperdine's coming later in the month, and so some really well-regarded programs are coming to play Daemen, and that's exactly what we should be doing. And, I was really happy with the match tonight. I thought the crowd was great, obviously, to see the enthusiasm, and obviously there must have been some really nice marketing and support from Daemen and bringing the fans out. So it was fun for us to be here.
Corey Desideri, I'm with the Hamburg Sun. Now, is this something that you usually do through your foundation when you get people grants to start these programs? Do you usually visit them, or is this a unique experience for you and the foundation?
This is the first experience, and we hope it's not a unique experience. We were just involved in helping start St. Francis Brooklyn, the first Division I team, in quite some time, and we'd like to go out there and play, and we will over the next couple of years. And then we just gave a grant to the SIAC, Historical Black College Conference, D2 conference down the south. And so we're planning on going down to Atlanta next year to help support them and the start of their programs, hopefully putting together a tournament down there. So I'd like to be involved in helping grow the sport in any way I can, and if going to play in these locations and cities and communities that are supporting the game and bringing UCLA out there can help in any way, we're really interested in doing that. And Dan Guerrero and all the administration at UCLA has been really supportive of my efforts to help grow the game, and they're enthusiastic about our opportunity to come to these new programs and new communities for the game.
How did you identify Daemen for that grant, and what is it about this program that made it worth supporting?
When we started the foundation, we hired a CEO, Wade Gerard, and Wade's job is to go out there and advocate for the growth of the sport. So he's been to NACDA and a couple of these conferences where there's a lot of ADs and conference commissioners, and he's out there just meeting people and making connections. And you hear through the community, oh, this program might be interested, and there's a network that we're trying to expand upon and learn more about opportunities that are out there. To be quite honest, I don't even remember the exact conversation that occurred that started this whole ball rolling here at Daemen. We were really excited. Daemen was one of maybe our first D2 grant, and we were really excited to have that opportunity, and now obviously the historical black colleges, and so we've done a nice job of helping out with D2, and we look forward to expanding that in the future.
Seeing Daemen, obviously a team that you guys helped, you helped promote to bring men's volleyball up here.
Yeah.
Seeing how they played against you guys tonight, I mean, it was a really fun back and forth game. Just kind of tell me about how much joy that brings for you guys to y'all as a team.
I love it. Listen, volleyball is a great sport because it actually is, no matter what the levels or no matter, I don't know what, you can look at the rankings, right? Which we're ranked too high, but we won't get into that. But because there's a point every single time the ball is played versus the old scoring system, it really brings, everything can matter. You can see that point, that scramble play that went all around, all of a sudden he flicked that thing over the corner and it went down, that's volleyball. And so lots of teams with lots of levels and experiences can make lots of good volleyball plays. And so when you're watching a game, there's a lot of good things that happen all over the place, and it's fun to watch. So I was really pleased with the level that they have. Obviously, Donnie's doing a great job bringing players in. He's got grad students, and he's got some people coming from different parts of the country. I actually paid quite close attention to the introductions to familiarize myself with where he was recruiting from and stuff. So I think that this is the opportunity that's here for Daemen. we know for sure that boys volleyball is growing at a really, really great rate. It's the fastest growing sport for boys in America right now over the last 5 years, and there's not enough opportunities for them to go play. And so that's why Daemen was smart. I mean, honestly, they were smart to take advantage of this opportunity, because there's a lot of boys that are looking to go play volleyball and they just don't have that chance. I know at UCLA I could literally have my roster at 40 tomorrow, just because there's so many boys that want to go play. And so there's great chances if boys start to look at their opportunities now, that Daemen's a great opportunity for them. And you can see that with the level of play that they had out there today, and that'll only get better.
How well do you know Don? I assume you've known him for a while. How did that relationship kind of develop?
I know him a lot better now. The one thing about Don is that he's been really enthusiastic in terms of embracing this opportunity and understanding exactly what he needs to do to help grow the sport, grow the opportunity here in Daemen and in the local community. So he's been incredibly thorough with how he's communicated with the foundation about the grant. He's been networking within the community, making sure that he's doing clinics within the community. He's doing clinics in the inner city, helping grow the game and the demographic that plays our sport. He's been at tournaments recruiting. I've seen him at recruiting tournaments. He's been at the ABCA convention, paying attention to what other coaches are doing. He's communicated really well with me and Wade Gerard. So I know that, the thing that is really, I think, the best thing that he's doing right now, and I talked to Tracy about today, is that he's building a culture here with his athletes that is just, whew. I listened to it today and I was like, this is like a blueprint for what we should be doing to help other coaches that are starting new programs integrate their sport within an athletic department and a university. Because he's ensuring that the culture is based upon high quality character individuals that represent the sport and the athletic department and the university at the highest possible level. And it's very apparent that, based on what I was hearing, that that's happening here, and that's what we need to replicate in other new programs.
Boys volleyball is pretty big here in Rochester, so I wasn't surprised that it was sold out. But
yeah,
at the end of the game, maybe if you play USC or UC Irvine, you don't get a standing ovation, but for the crowd to sort of acknowledge you guys coming here, did that sort of make this whole trip worth it for you guys?
For sure, and you would never applaud USC. So no, that's super great. It is heartwarming, and I think it does demonstrate the enthusiasm within the Buffalo community for what's happening here, and I think is a sign of what can happen for the future of the sport in Buffalo.
Do you have a family connection to Western New York, I think?
Yeah. I met a lot of relatives just now that I never met before. I do. My mom was born in Lackawanna, and my grandparents are both from here. And so I have a lot of cousins out here. I came to a family reunion in the mid-'90s, and there was like hundreds. So my grandfather was one of 10, and each of them had just about 10. And so there's a lot that's out here. So yeah, it was fun. So I've had dinner last night and coffee today, and now we're going to go get some wings, and it's all family. And so it's been really fun for me. That was not why I came here, but it is a nice little side benefit. And then we'll be back in Pittsburgh for Team USA for our VNL matches in the middle of May. So we're coming to this part of the country a couple different times here, and so it's great for men's volleyball. Yeah.
We focused a lot on kind of what this has meant for Daemen, Coach, but tell us about your team. What you guys are ranked number 2 in the country right now, and what are the expectations for you?
Too high, because 2 is too high. We recruited well over the last couple of years, but we have some new setters that we're evaluating. We lost Micah Maha, who is our setter for the last 4 years, and one of the best volleyball player athletes I've ever coached. So, when you you talk football in this part of the country, people really understand, and I think we're trying to put a new quarterback in place, and that's usually takes some time. We also lost an outside hitter that touched a lot of first balls for us, and then Austin Montatia, that's playing right now, he shattered his ankle last year, so he's, probably 70%, starting to get back there. So our first couple touches are not very good, which doesn't bode well for results, but I think we'll get better. And you can see that we have some unique physical size. Obviously our setter that we're looking at right now is a 6'10" lefty that can do some really unique things. And Kofi Jima is a really unique physical guy. So we have I think Alex Knight, our freshman outside hitter that you saw play tonight, I think could be really, really good. And our libero play is, I think, much improved over the last 5 years. So I think we have some nice pieces. It's just about getting Austin healthy and seeing how he can do. Can we get some consistency in the opposite play? There's not very many good opposites in the country. There's just not that many boys playing at opposite position for some reason. So even on Team USA, we have Matt Anderson, Buffalo's finest. He's an outside hitter, and we have to put him at opposite. So yeah, I think that'll be critical for us this year if we really have hopes of earning that number 2 ranking at the end of the year, because we could if we do it right. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.